Hi, I'm Byrne. I'm the head of food for BaxterStorey Ireland, and today I'm showing you a very simple recipe of a stout treacle soda. All ingredients that you can pick up in your local supermarket, put together in a bowl, into a loaf tin and into an oven. Really simple. So I'm taking wholemeal flour, strong flour and some salt into my large mixing bowl, adding my bicarbonate of soda or bread soda. I'm going to give that a little mix just to incorporate my dry ingredients all together. You just want to give them a good spread out. I'm going to make like a slight well into the center, and then I'm going to start adding my wet ingredients. And my wet ingredients consist of an Irish buttermilk. I have my stout. This is Guinness, but you can use any stout. You can use a 00 or whatever you fancy using. This here is dark treacle and some cold pressed rapeseed oil. That's all going to go into the mix. And very simply, I'm just going to bring that all together. Give it all a good mix around. Make sure that there's no dry spots in any part of the bowl. You can just smell all that treacle, real molassesy, the Guinness, all of the good stuff. It'll start to come together, and what you want is almost the consistency of porridge. And then once you have that mixed together like that, really simple, I'm going to add in a few seeds. So I have pumpkin seed and sunflower seed. I'm going to add a little bit of that into it. And you can put whatever you want in it. You could put walnuts or pecan. You could put feta cheese in. Whatever you want to put into the mix. It's very forgiving. And that is basically it in a nutshell. What I'm going to do now is I have a 2-pound loaf tin. That's just rubbed with some oil and then dusted with some wholemeal flour and a small few porridge oats into the bottom. And you just want to tap out the kind of excess flour so it just kind of coats the sides of the tins. And then I'm going to just very simply drop my mix into the tin, give it a little spread out. And then what you want to do is just give it a little tap. We're going to tap it down so you don't have any air pockets at the bottom. And then I just have a little bit of sesame seed and some porridge oats. Again, you can put whatever you fancy on the top of it. You can go just oat, you could go linseed, chia, whatever you fancy doing over the top of it. And I'm just going to pop that into the oven at 180 degrees for 40 minutes. And after the 40 minutes, I'm going to take it out of the mold and I'm going to go back into the oven for about maybe 5 to 8 minutes. And that's it. So I'm just here at the range now. I'm going to make my masala butter beans. So I'm just going to add my ingredients here. I have a small bit of neutral oil or vegetable oil. Onions, got a little season, nice flaky salt, a bit of black pepper. Just going to give that a little pepper. And then I'm going to go with my, this is just garlic and thyme, my dry spices, which is cumin and paprika, and a little bit of garam masala, and I'm just going to cook them out. Add a touch more oil. Just want to bring out all those aromats. Cook the onions until they're nice and tender. Then I'm going to go in with a little bit of tomato puree. Obviously everything here is, you can pick up from your local shop. You see that a little small cookout. All that smoked paprika and cumin makes it really kind of like earthy and smoky. And I just have some chopped tomatoes and some chopped red pepper. We're going to go in on top with some San Marzano tomatoes. Now you get that a little bit of a cook out as well. I'm going to season again. I want to go in then, I have some pan roasted halloumi. Just diced up halloumi and then fry it in a pan. You want to roast that separately so you can get some nice colour on it. Develops flavour. And then finally I'm going to go in with my butter beans. You don't want to go in too early with the butter beans because they'll end up breaking up. You just want to go in the last kind of minute with the butter beans. And again, just from the shop, any of them will do. You can get some really nice organic ones. A little taste just to see what my seasoning level is like. And that's it. I'm just going to let that coast along now while I get my poached eggs and my toasted treacle bread together. So I'm just going to take my stout treacle bread and I cut up a couple of nice hearty chunks. Now I'm going to give them a little spread of some good Irish butter. I'm just going to give that a good spoon. Nice and smoky and earthy. All of that roast halloumi, the smoked paprika, the cumin, the garlic and the thyme, really nice. And then I just have nice soft poached eggs. I'm just going to give them a little bit of salt. You could do this your way. You could do it with fried eggs or boiled eggs or whatever you fancy doing, or no eggs at all. Will be lovely with some cheese. And I'm just going to give it a little touch of just like a parsley pesto right over the top. Little pop of lemon. And I have a little bit of parsley cress. You can use whatever you want, anything from the garden. You could use chive or whatever you want. Nice and simple. Masala butter beans on toast with a poached egg.